Good morning. It is Sunday morning. Cool, crisp morning here. Heating up the gym still, and we're getting ready for a pool day. Got a good workout planned ahead. It was one of those mornings where at first I was like, man, I am not looking forward to working out. I'd rather sit here in the warm inside of the home. But ate a good breakfast and then rallied. Some pre-workout, got out here. So we're gonna get after it here in just a moment. Start with some rows and progress through the workout all the way out through some curls. Today is, I guess, the first day of the first week of the cut. We are not starting the cut today. We are starting it soon. So we'll be taking the next couple days to even out the daily diet here. Really hone in on the tracking. I've been tracking the body weight. Obviously I know paying attention to what I'm eating. I haven't been tracking every single macro. But we're gonna be taking the next 3 or 4 days here to get ready for the cut, which will be starting later this week on Friday, which isn't the best day of the week to probably start a cut. But it gives me the weekend to really hone that in, and then kick next week off with a big bang right out from the gate. So big things planned. Looking forward to the cut. More to come on that in the very near future. But first things first, let's get after this workout. Let's do some cable rows. All right. Get off some warm-ups here. Man, that was good. My wife bought me some quarter zips I was wearing just a second ago. Man, that thing is warm. I had to take it off. I was getting too warm. It's between 50 and about 56 right now in here, so not bad. Quite comfortable, but you don't want to get too warm so that you start sweating, because then you start getting cold. And I made the mistake of, I forgot to change my undershirt. I'm wearing a cotton shirt right now. Not my favorite thing to be wearing for a workout, but we'll make it work. too much there. So I did 200 for the first 2 sets there, and it felt okay. But as you saw on that second set, I only hit 9 reps. I was looking for 10 to 12 and only hit 9. So took a bit longer break there in between that second and third set. Reduced the weight, put it down to 180, and I was able to hit all the reps I was hoping for, and I had to really work for those last 2 or 3. So well worth the trade in the reduction of weight. You know, if I hadn't reduced the weight, I probably would have hit 5 or 6 good reps. Instead, I got 9, 10 great reps. And then those last 2 or 3, like I said, I had to really work for. Maybe form started to suffer just a little bit, but overall, I think the end result and the amount of work that I was able to get out of that last set was significantly better, just because I reduced the weight by 20 pounds versus keeping it the same and having a bunch of crappy reps. That wasn't going to benefit me nearly as much. Okay, on to some hyperextensions, and then we're going to do some pull downs. So unfortunately, I don't have a 45-degree hyperextension. This is really more of a glute ham developer, but I get, I think, this more or less the same benefit from this as I would from a dedicated 45-degree back extension. I can do my glute ham raises, which I've been doing a little bit more of actually the last couple months, but I can also do sit-ups on it, which I frequently do. You know, it's not a replacement for a decline, but you know, no back support down here at the bottom. I think it actually gives a pretty darn good core workout. So one more set of these, and then we'll get down to pull downs. Now, the only thing I don't like about this bad boy, and this thing is sturdy, let me tell you. This thing probably weighs 3, 4, maybe 500 pounds. It's pretty damn heavy. It doesn't have handles. No handles down here to kind of grab onto when you're coming back up. I've tried to think of ways that I could fabricate it, but unfortunately I'm not a metal worker. I don't have any welding skills. I don't even have a welder. So I couldn't just buy metal for myself and get something moving here. I don't know if it had handles at one point. And the guy who refurbished it or sold it to me, I assume he refurbished it. It was in pretty good painted condition. I don't know if he just forgot to attach them or what. It does have 2 bolt holes down here all the way at the bottom. You can't see right now, but I don't know if there was stuff there originally that just isn't there anymore or what, but it sure would be nice to have handles sometimes. All right, on the pull-ups. Not terribly pleased with that first set there. I don't think I was focused in enough. Certainly wasn't trying to focus on those contractions. So, took a little bit longer of a rest, 30 extra seconds. And we're gonna really smash this one here. Hopefully, that's the goal. Let's hit it. All right, that one was a little bit better. A little short on the reps there. So we're gonna keep it the same on this last set. I thought about lowering it by, I don't know, 10 or 15 total pounds. We're at 190 right now. But I'm gonna keep it there because this last set, we're gonna do a drop set. So we'll do whatever we can achieve here. Drop the weight. I got 25s on the ends. So we'll drop the weight by 50 total pounds and just rep it out hard. I'm gonna turn on some aggressive music. I have about 20 more seconds for rest and get after it. Okay. All right. Pretty happy with that. Wow. That's a tough last set there. But we did it. Crushed it. Just absolutely destroyed it. So, you know, I write these little things down in my notebook, but I'll tell you kind of what I'm writing in there. Obviously writing down my weight, reps, sets, but I'm writing little comments and notes to myself too. So on this set right here, my comments say basically that the first set was a little too heavy. We started at 190 and I actually miscounted what I did on those cable rows. My first exercise, I said I was doing 200, I was doing 210. Not a huge difference, but it makes a big difference in the total volume. So here, next time, you know, we'll probably start 180 is what I wrote in there. We'll see how that feels. I was able to do that first set at 190, but like I told you, I didn't feel like I was totally locked in. And I'm thinking if I'm really locked in, if I'm really focusing on that contraction and the slow and controlled reps, that 190 would be pretty damn difficult. So 180 is probably going to be the sweet spot to really crank them out. So we'll start at 180 next time and do the exact same kind of setup. Do 3 total sets and end it with a drop set to really just kill it. All right, on to some biceps. All right, so last time we did these, I didn't feel like I had enough room to step forward into it like I wanted to. So I've actually moved the safety arms in to see if I can get a little bit more room to come kind of from outside the rack, inside the rack a little bit. We'll see if I'm actually even able to get outside the rack. But I'm hoping it gives me a little bit more maneuverability to actually step forward towards the weight itself. All right, definitely got the room. It'd start further back, but we'll be good on that. Yeah, I'm not terribly pleased with those for a couple reasons. I think some of it I can control, like the weight swinging around on the pulleys. It's pretty bad over here on this one. I counter that with a very light resistance rubber band that I tie off to it, and it works just fine when I put a plate on the ground to tie it to. But I also I still feel like it's a little too heavy. It was only 22.5 pounds per pulley, but I felt like I was doing more of like a face pull than I was reverse flies. So I don't know. It's always been hard to do reverse flies on this setup. I might give it one more try, one more week, to see if I can get it down pat. This setup seemed to work a little bit better, but I feel like I gotta really reduce the weight down. So I'm probably gonna take it down to like 15 next week, and just focus on that contraction, focus on that hold there once my arms are fully extended. All right, let's go do something we know we can do pretty easily, which is some shrugs. All right, going for 120s today. We did 100 last week, and I wrote in my notes that I didn't really think it was enough weight at all. So this week, let me rephrase that. It wasn't enough weight to really work my traps the way I wanted to. So this week, we're bumping it up to 120 here. Might even add more to it, who knows, we'll see after this first set. But we're gonna use some straps this week. Last week, I felt like I left a lot of work on the table by not using enough weight, but by the time I was done with all my sets, my grip was failing. So this set, I made some notes. These sets, I should say. I made some notes that are gonna help me this week, I think, especially the grips. Really just completely allow me to focus in here on my traps and not so much on my grip strength. I'm gonna get these built and we'll get at it. Now, I've said this before, but this is the one thing that I don't like as much is having to adjust these how long it takes me to adjust these dumbbells. Get everything lined up perfectly. They are great dumbbells, heavy duty, pro style dumbbells. You know, they don't feel cheap by any stretch. I think the weight plates they came with are a little eh, but I mean, we got these peak COVID, and iron is iron at the end of the day, so who really cares what they look like? I wish it was quicker to change them out. I've been really thinking a lot about making those magnet inlaid weights that I had spoken about previously. Laying those magnets into some 10s, 5s, 2.5s, maybe even 1.25s. I honestly just need to go to that used gym store and just get some test weights. Like if I can make it work with 10s, I could definitely make it work with 5s and lower. So I need to go there and buy just like 2, honestly. Just start with 2. I don't even need to get all 4 of them for one set of dumbbells, or one pair of dumbbells. But get at least a pair, or even just one, honestly, to test with. Put my theory to work, grind it out a little bit to lay the magnets in there, and just see if I can get the damn thing to work, because it'll be a huge value add for these things if I can get them stuck onto these to quickly add some weight to them, or reduce weight if that's what I'm trying to do. And you know, I just went over and checked. I've got some 5s on my standard weight plate rack over there. 2 5s that I've definitely never used. I've even actually got 2 10s that I don't think I've ever had to use before. So I might give it a go. Honestly, worst comes to worst and it doesn't work, the weights fall off, big deal, and the weights are off by a couple pounds. I'm sure they're not perfect anyway. That definitely felt a lot better at 120 with the wrist straps. Absolutely the right move to make there. Glad I did it. And honest to goodness, I could add some more weight there. Like quite a bit, I think. I think I'm gonna go to 130 or 135 next time per dumbbell, and just, you know, if I hit the lower end of the reps I'm looking for, which would be about 10, so be it. But I'd even rather start a little higher and maybe only get 12 on that first set, or even 11 on that first set, 10 even, and have to reduce it each set, which sucks because again, these dumbbells are not quick to get rid of weight, but I can stack the weight so that it's just the first plate that I have to get rid of and make it a little bit quicker there. A little bit of forward thinking can go a long way with these. So, all right, that's it for today. Great workout. I'm gonna do a quick set of abs here just because I'm feeling a little over ambitious. But thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far into the video, let me know what your favorite shrug exercise is. I feel like I rotate between like which my favorite is, whether it's dumbbells, barbell, cables. John Meadows even had that banded one. You know, I've done them all. I appreciate them all. And I do find it to be a tough muscle group to hit as well as other muscle groups. So let me know down in the comments what your favorite shrugging exercise is, and I'll see you hopefully on the next video.